name's Greg Demopoulos. I'm a partner at Bennett and Demopoulos PLLC, which is a law firm located in Plymouth, Michigan at 217 Ann Arbor Road, Suite 302. Our office phone number is 734-453-7877. On this video, I'm going to share with you what a driver's license appeal is all about. The most common situation for a driver's license appeal is for multiple drinking and driving offenses. The law in Michigan says if you have 2 drinking and driving convictions within 7 years, you will lose your license for a year and you can't get it back until you convince the Driver's License Appeal Division that you should get it back. How does that happen? Well, there's a whole procedure that must be followed, and credibility and consistency is the key. Also, preparation for your hearing with your testimony and any witnesses you want to call is also key. It starts out by filling out a petitioner's affidavit, which has biographical and chronological information about yourself, about any criminal history, driving history, drinking and driving, alcohol use, and drug use. Then you're required to get a 10-panel drug screen and a substance abuse evaluation. The substance abuse evaluation has to be by a licensed professional, and that will be another source of information, biographical, chronological, and history of use of any alcohol or drugs. You're also required to get 3 to 6 community proof letters. Community proof letters are letters from what is called a cross-section of your community, which generally means friends, family, and coworkers. I like to go with 5 or 6 letters. 6 is the maximum that's allowed. There are approximately 10 elements that must be in each letter. If those elements are not in each letter, that letter might not be considered. Then you'll have to testify live at the hearing, and there's all these sources of information now. Your live testimony, the 3 to 6 letters, the substance abuse evaluation, and the petitioner's affidavit. Everything has to be consistent. If it's not consistent, it increases the chances that you're not going to win your license appeal. Unfortunately, if you win your first license appeal, you do not get a full license. You have to have a restricted license for 1 year with an ignition interlock device. After the year, you can then petition the Secretary of State for a full license restoration. The process the second time around is the same as the first time, with the added information that you have to provide of an annual report from the interlock vendor. So I'm going to talk about a few things that I've observed over the last 32 years that can get people in trouble on a license appeal. First thing, many people do not readily admit that they have a substance abuse problem, and you may not. The Secretary of State thinks that you do. So we'll discuss how to get around that at a free consultation. Secondly, the Secretary of State does not like to give a restricted license if you're still on probation or parole. They believe that any decision not to drink is a result of being ordered by a court or a higher authority not to drink, and that it isn't voluntary. The Secretary of State also doesn't like, for instance, if let's say you've had a period of 5 years of sobriety in the past and now you only have 2 years, they will wonder, why did you go 5 years before and you're only at 2 years now? Are you going to relapse again? So every case has a burden of proof. In a license appeal case, you have to show clear and convincing evidence, your alcohol or drug problem, is under control, like they remain under control. And that's how an experienced attorney can present your case in such a way to be the most convincing as possible to the License Appeal Division and the hearing officer that hears your case. I hope that you found this video helpful. Our phone number is 734-453-7877. We're located on Ann Arbor Road, approximately 1.5 miles to 2 miles west of I-275 in Plymouth.